What happened to my beard? I manifested that it fall right off. Today, I want to continue with our, at this point, long series of videos we started a couple weeks ago, talking about, this inner quality of wealth, inner quality of supply, bringing that out, right? Yesterday, we mentioned Sammy Ingram. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what Sammy always talks about today. Obviously, we're discussing this idea of inner supply, but as I've been saying in most of these videos, this supply is, you could replace wealth with love, or health, or any of these big essential qualities. Usually people are out there trying to manifest their health back, or good health, love, like loving relationships, a romantic partner, or love in their life, or, more financial gain, more abundance in their life. Generally, that's what people are trying to manifest, right? So when we say supply, really supply is all those things. It's not just money or something like that. But before I forget, I'm going to probably say this a couple times in the next few videos, but I had somebody ask me the other day, and, I get inquiries about this occasionally. Do you ever offer group coaching? And the answer is I don't offer group coaching up until now. If people are interested in group coaching with me, I'll do it. It just, in the past, it's just things have not lined up to make it happen. But if you are interested in group coaching with me would probably look something like, me on Zoom with at least 5 people, and, informally chatting, but at the same time, getting deep on some of these subjects and talking specifically about your personal issues, doing that for, 60 or 90 minutes, at a time, probably like 2 or 3 times a month. That is my idea of group coaching, initially, if I'm to do it with people. But, there has to be interest. There has to be people who are like, I'm in. I don't need much more information. I'm in. I can tell you that the investment is going to be super reasonable initially if I do it. It'll be less than $100 a month probably, if I end up offering group coaching. But the key is people have to want to do it. And it can't be like, oh, I might want to do it, I might not. If you want to do group coaching with me, if you want to, have the opportunity to be coached by me in a group setting, a small group setting, 2 or 3 times a month, if that's something that you feel like you definitely would want, please let me know. Email me, info@radicalcounselor.com. You can even use my personal email, radicalcounselor@gmail.com, or just, my contact page on my website. Let me know, because if I get enough people who are in, I will do it. If I do not get enough people who are like, yes, I definitely want that, I will not do it. Because I love one-on-one coaching. That's really, I just love one-on-one coaching. I love working with you guys individually, and we do great work together. But I know group coaching appeals to a certain subset of people, and I think group coaching is wonderful. And I'll gladly offer it if enough people are interested. So, moving right along, we've been talking about affirmations, obviously, in relation to all this. Joseph Murphy has all these good affirmation exercises. We were talking about how you can utilize some of Sammy's stuff to kind of just make it easier to have this affirmation going all the time in your head throughout the day, even when you feel like crap. And a book I want to mention, and it deals directly with money, I should have mentioned it before. I think I've mentioned it elsewhere before, is How to Solve All Your Money Problems Forever by Victor Bach. How to Solve All Your Money Problems Forever by Victor Bach. Here's the book. My 5-year-old has put a couple stickers on the cover at some point. By the way, the art in the room yesterday, that's not my art. That's my daughter's art. I was in my daughter's room yesterday making that video. How to Solve All Your Money Problems Forever by Victor Bach is a classic law of attraction book. I think he initially wrote it almost 40 years ago. Victor did. Victor was a DJ. Seems like a really good dude. I've never spoken to him personally, but he just seems like a really good guy. This book is like before the law of attraction became so mainstream. It's much more mainstream now than when Victor wrote this book. But the advice that Victor gives in here really, really holds up, and it's very pragmatic. There's not a lot of like woo-woo stuff. This Victor basically is like, listen, you want to improve your relationship with money, this is how you do it. And what he says, the gist of it is, you use affirmations and you give money away, each month. And the way he describes affirmations, why I thought of referencing this book today, is it's very similar to some of the stuff that Sammy talks about, where you just do it over and over again. And, Victor makes it very clear, like Sammy does, that you don't have to believe what you're saying. When you're affirming, I'm wealthy, you might not believe it a lot of the time. But so what? You just keep on going. Too many of these law of attraction, law of assumption, manifesting teachers make it seem like you have to believe. Now, when you don't believe, especially when you're initially starting, trying to, feel better and manifest, better inner feelings and manifest better things in your outer world, how are you supposed to believe? It's tough. It's good to be skeptical at that point, and it's fine to be skeptical. What both Sammy say and what Victor say, and both of them explain it very well, is you can be skeptical. As long as you do affirmations and keep on doing them day after day, week after week, month after month, you are going to see significant changes in your life. And Victor really explains this well in How to Solve All Your Money Problems Forever. Man, that title is a mouthful. So I'm going to read a little bit from this book today. I highly recommend reading... or I think there's probably an audiobook version too, reading or listening to this book. It's a classic. It's just fantastic. I've read this book over the years a couple of times, and it really holds up. A lot of these like wealth books, you read them once and they're interesting, but then you read them again, you're like, I don't want to say outgrown it, but you only need to read it once. This is the kind of book you can read multiple times. So this section of the book, it's about affirmations, and it's called just doing it over and over. And Victor writes, repetition is essential to affirmations. Whatever you repeat, true or false, your subconscious mind comes to believe. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, a man is what he thinks all day. When you repeat an idea frequently, your subconscious mind accepts the idea as fact and begins the task of converting the idea into reality. Psychologists call this the law of predominant mental impression. If all your life you tell yourself you cannot accumulate money, you implant that negative image into your subconscious mind. No matter what you try, you are unable to accumulate money. Savings plans, real estate formulas, and strategies that work for others somehow fail for you. Your predicament is the product of repeating a negative thought. The solution is to repeat a suitable affirmation to counter that thought. Say, I, John, easily accumulate money. With enough repetition, your subconscious mind believes what you tell it. The image of you accumulating money replaces the old image of you struggling to make ends meet. Your subconscious mind then has no choice but to produce the conditions necessary to make your new image a reality. You must repeat your affirmations over and over, hundreds or thousands of times. Eventually, no matter what else you do in your life, you begin to accumulate money. Once your subconscious mind has an image of success, everything happens to support favorable outcomes. You already possess your fair share of negative images. The negative images are there, and they remain with you until positive images replace them. Unless you deliberately cultivate new images, you will continue on your present course. This is a damn good book. Bunch of stuff like this in there. This is all the stuff we've been talking about, the last couple of weeks. As I said yesterday, as great as a lot of the more, traditional New Thought affirmation exercises that we hear about, like the wonderful exercises that Murphy talks about in The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, as great as they are, you don't spend that much time doing them a lot, quite often. You do them in the morning or middle of the day, 5 minutes here or there throughout the day. And that's great, but when we have so many negative thoughts just floating in, which a lot of us do when it comes to money, it is very powerful to just keep repeating as the day goes on, like Sammy recommends. It really is. And you're not going to believe it. When you are just saying a word like wealth, 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 or I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy. Or you can, instead of saying I, you can say we, like we're wealthy, or we're health, we're wealth, we're peace. If you're repeating a word or phrase like that, it might seem like you're lying to yourself, but it doesn't freaking matter. If you keep on saying it, after a while, your subconscious, your imagination, your thinking, whatever you want to label it, is going to start believing it. And then it's going to start projecting it into your outer world. Bach goes on to say, do nothing and nothing will happen. Repeating your affirmations is the most productive thing you can do. Repetition gets to your subconscious mind in a way nothing else can. When you think a particular thought, you start a ball rolling. If you think the thought only once, the ball stops rolling immediately. Nothing materializes as a result of just one thought because insufficient energy is activated to see results. If, however, you repeat the same thought on a regular basis, the ball continues rolling and gathers momentum. Before long, you see results in real life. What do you think would happen if you said an affirmation only one time and never said it again? Do you suppose you would see any results? Repeat the same affirmation frequently over a period of time, however, and your subconscious mind creates earth-shaking results. Through repetition, the image becomes firmly implanted. Repetition of an affirmation is the most effective way known to voluntarily develop an image at the subconscious level of mind. Man, a lot of that stuff almost sounds like Emile Coué. That's some great writing, some great advice about affirmations and how to use affirmations frequently, repetitively. Now, again, can you just do affirmations once or twice a day? Absolutely. All I'm saying is if you feel like this issue with money and supply, or it could be health, or it could be love, or whatever, is really bothering you, freaking actively affirm. Say it out loud, say it to yourself, just say it. Say a simple phrase or one word over and over and over and over and over again, and things will shift. All right? I hope that was clear. Any questions, let me know. If you're interested in that group coaching, let me know. RadicalCounselor.com. Till next time.